Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be rather crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
Fielded near the back of the end. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
The numbers a week ago for Michel, 13 carries, 53 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A slant to Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with Michel. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
1st and goal, Carolina.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
To kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The
boy,
20,
you ain't got no feet.
10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, if you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To Michel on the screen. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
At their own
That is how you downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Eluding the pressure right. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and
Throwing again is Watson. Gets this one to Hill. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Bears have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended.
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And a touchback here as Walker will sit on this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Panthers.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
He's brought a
really nice gain of 25 yards. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
12. First down, Carolina.
They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Fletcher.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss next time.
They will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
It's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that two-point attempt.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
The pass.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the... A minute 50 to... We hit halftime as we do all season. We'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.